minion. They're the pillar of truth.
Try not
the pillar of justice. I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Do me a favor. Try not to just headbutt walls the rest of the show like you're doing right now.
No, I just like you're so mad. So you and Brian Gallen, like, oh, they're found guilty in the court of law. Like, dude, that means anything anymore.
Yeah. No, I'm not really talking about. See, what's happening is you've gone full drool, right? And I'm not talking about.
Welcome to Deep Waters.
Where are you going right now?
So they crank the 5G up, and then we just all get shaken and baking microwave. I love it.
I didn't say that, you absolute moron.
There was no dinosaurs. Those were Nephilim giants from the Bible.
And Lucifer is in the Vatican?
Yes.
Oh, okay, got it.
I think space is probably like just a giant liquid. Yeah. Build it up, seal the wealth. When it's about to collapse, release the gays.
Are you going to get the jab?
Never. Conspiracy Social Club, aka Deep Waters.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live, baby.
Are we live?
We're live, baby.
We are in it to win it, to win it, to in it. Bang, bang, pow.
Almost freestyled.
Yeah. Joining me is Dylan.
Ooh.
And
Sam got here a little bit too early, and I think we've just been sitting next to each other for too long.
We've been sitting here. I'm trying to figure my position on this seat. The last couple episodes, I've been spread eagle. I don't think it's a good look.
Yes.
So I'm going with this right now.
That's cool. Just don't sit like this because people will call you gay.
Yeah, well, you're allowed to because you are on the gay side.
Hey.
Big news.
We're switching. Good news, bad news for One-Eyed Rye.
Okay.
Bad news, we're switching again.
What do you mean we're switching?
We have 3 cameras.
Okay.
Right, so it's going to look better.
What?
Right?
Okay.
That's bad news. Good news.
Why is that bad news?
Because he has to do more stuff.
You mean Ryan has to work? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm just saying good
bad news for Ryan. He can't just grift with his whacked eye.
Ryan never grifts, okay?
Just sitting there.
Can I get to the good news?
Okay, what's the good news?
Okay. Because he's One-Eyed Rye and his eye still looks disgusting.
Dude, he looked like he took a bukkake right to the eyeball.
Do you have HIV? Like, why are you not healing faster?
Why aren't you healing, drunk?
Do you have a low white blood count? It's like crazy how gross you look still.
Does your girlfriend still like it?
Yeah, I mean,
does it turn her on?
Okay. Can I get to the good news?
Oh, there's good news.
As penance for turning Ryan into a golem-like creature, I got the Zine Master General a stack of Cinnies.
Whoa! Bah, 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 bah. Bah, bah. Oh, it's Zine Christmas. Mess up his other eye, break his nose. Congratulations. Now, what number is that? Is that a 3 or a 6?
Those are 3s, dude.
So is that like just like foreplay for you? Do you gotta take like 9 of them in your mouth?
I used to like do 6s and like I would throw 2 6s in at once and keep them in it all the time. I started feeling like my chest was getting tight, and so I've since relegated to the 3s. But I still like work out with 3s in.
Oh my God! Would you say you're an addict?
100%.
Dude. Once you get on the Zine train, there's no getting off.
I'm never getting on the Zine train. I almost died on the Zine train.
You did, because you're a pussy. But listen, a couple public service announcements to get out of the way. 3 ads today, okay? If you don't want ads, go to patreon.com/aka Deep Waters. We were supposed to do one this last weekend. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, dude, I was traveling. It's so hard.
Ryan Ryan can attest to what happens with Sam. Okay, so you'll go 8 a.m. Saturday, right? 8 a.m.
Which is too early on a Saturday.
No.
So you can go what?
8 a.m. for me, 11 a.m. for you.
Yeah, it
Grown
was.
man with children, 11 a.m. for you, okay? So I go 8 a.m. and then just radio silence. Then
My alarm didn't go off.
Ryan will send some video of a Down syndrome chick, like, I don't know, doing something. And Sam will be like, hilarious, the Downs are rising. And then I'll see that he responded to that. So I'll go, hey, just making sure 8 a.m., radio silence. And then sure enough, next morning, 8:50. Hey, can we still go? I just woke up. I'm 48 years old and I have two children.
I was 48.
I just woke up. So we're very sorry that we didn't get you an exclusive episode, but it is entirely Sam's fault.
It is my fault, and we will make it up. We're going to start banging them out every week because you deserve it.
Patreon.com/AK Deepwaters. I kind of wanted to...
Hey, check out my special. It's out. Help me pay off the production of it. And yeah, man, super excited.
Quiet.
Why
people are loving it, dude.
You're getting quiet.
People are really loving it. It's a very, very funny special. And again, go to samtripoli.com so that you can get the uncensored version and hear the quiet pain of the black woman in the audience because it's very, very loud, even though it's so quiet.
Dude, I get into Fallen Angels. Who's talking about Fallen Angels in their comedy specials?
Not a single one.
Bang! Tripoli's the best. Guys,
Tripoli
great
is
week.
the best.
Like, I just sent all this stuff to Dylan. Dylan's like, we got no stories. I'm like, here's 1,000 stories, dude.
Yeah.
Did you get the one with about the dude? Okay, I'm gonna let you produce the show that you want to produce.
Okay, cool. Well, I wanted to start off with some fan comments. I think we should start reading off.
Oh, I love fan comments.
Some of the fan comments.
Once we get budget, we're gonna put a camera on young Ryan.
Yeah, I mean we're all cammed out. And right now, I would say like no homo. Ryan's a hot young man, right?
Full homo. I'm full homo.
Full homo for Ryan. Ryan's a hot young man. But right now,
hey, if you're full homo for Ryan, put it in the comments.
Get in the comments. Let us know if you're full homo for Ryan. FHR. To put a camera on him right now would be a disservice.
Yeah, it just no one would want to look at us. They just want to hear us and then stare at young Ryan and watch his eye.
I mean, this is a bad analog, but it would be like having Rihanna do a photo shoot right after that evening with Chris Brown in that car. It's like she's so beautiful, but like she's bruised. You know what I mean?
So true.
He looks like he's disgusting right now. So we can't.
Even his disgusting is better than my best.
Better
right
than
now.
my best. But let's get to some comments. You guys have so many funny comments, so many retarded ones, but there are so many funny ones. Like this from 82101.
Oh, 82101, my man.
So Dylan uses Rick Moranis as a counter option to Kayla Harrison and not himself. Hilarious. That's a really good one. This is from Cody SVS. Dylan in the thumbnail looks like a grandma asking if you want to help bake cookies. Another. That's fire. And then this is a great one from Unearned Opinion. Ian Carroll. We'll get to him later.
Whoa! You're taking shots at my friend.
Ian Carroll tweeted a shout out to BlackRock and Lockheed Martin the other day. He's yet to reconcile that. There's something very suspect about him and his rise to popularity so quickly.
I would have to see the exact tweet, to be honest with you.
Me too. But let's get to Ian Carroll right now.
Ian Carroll's constantly calling out BlackRock. I don't understand what we're talking about.
How could you possibly?
He's constantly calling out Ian Carroll, Ian BlackRock,
right? Exactly.
All the time.
So here we are.
Man, they're going after Ian Carroll. Everybody is. They got dude. I like the guy. He's been on my show. He's
Ian
a nice
Carroll
guy.
does a lot. He's buff.
He's 6'6".
He's jacked as fuck.
He's 6'6". He's got
great hair.
Nephilim with great hair. He will bang your girlfriend. 100%. And you have to just sit there and take it.
Yeah. You have
to be like, not all night.
They will, just you have to put a time limit on it.
Yeah.
But they will take the quarter, put it in the machine, and ride that mustache for as long as you let them. But Ian Carroll is a product of the guardrails of Twitter being completely ripped off by. I don't want to go back to the. We're gonna. The downs are rising. We'll talk about the downs rising.
Are rising, bro.
The downs are rising, but. Ian Carroll is a product of Twitter being kind of like a cesspool of misinformation. Now, Ian Carroll is not a great abuser like Matt Wallace, who hot garbage. Every tweet that Matt Wallace puts out is just categorically wrong. It's like, do you see what I'm seeing? No.
What do you
Idiot.
see? What do you notice in this picture?
Yeah.
And there's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
He's just hot garbage. Once in a while, he gets it right. But yeah, he is why Twitter's now had to change their engagement system and how they reward people with pay. If you're just engagement fishing, they're now going to change it, I think.
Yeah. But so Ian Carroll's not that. Ian Carroll puts out a lot of good shit, and
He's great. His content's great.
I don't want to hyper focus on the negative. I know I am, but I just want to talk about like the journalistic standards of integrity.
He's not a journalist.
Well,
he's an independent researcher.
I know, but he has more impact than most journalists, which is kind of like the seesaw going this way.
Right.
So we've got this Tim Waltz banging kids story.
Okay,
right?
which is a weird story to me, which I don't necessarily know how much I buy into the story being presented. We do know that people of that level participate in dark stuff, right? We know that. The P. Diddy stuff's coming out, all that stuff. So we know that is within the realm of possibility. Okay, right? Within the realm.
Yeah.
Here's
the realm.
Here's the realm.
Here
it's
it
within
is.
that realm.
Here's this
and
realm.
there's gay orcs.
Yeah.
And gay vampires.
Gay vampires, bestial druids. I was looking up the video of Baldur's Gate 3 for the social clip, and it's just two naked men about to just tear into one another. And Halcyon, the druid, gets so overwhelmed with homo-carnal lust that he turns into a bear, and then he has to try to kind of transform out of it and apologize. And the camera angles are just of his like fucking huge shaft in his ass, and he's like, "I'm so sorry." And it's so gay, but it's such a great game.
And it's for kids.
Well, I mean, so is Cocomelon.
Yeah, but Cocomelon is about gay bears.
No, it's about Chinese programming.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Gay bears way better. But anyways, so this Tim Waltz story.
Speaking of gay bears, Tim Waltz
comes out, and everybody's like, "Well, this guy bangs kids," And Ian Carroll puts out a video, and he's like, "I've been researching this, right? And there are some people that are ex-intelligence who have said that the emails from the whistleblower, the hard evidence, look to be manufactured because the margins are fucked up. If these emails actually are legitimate, they come from the same source. It's a Gmail, it's an Outlook thing. The margins are all the same.
Right.
So there's like a red flag that this is probably bullshit."
Right.
And then Ian Carroll goes, "I reached out to the person who said that he spoke to the whistleblower, and I said, 'Can I talk to them?' And Ian Carroll talked to the whistleblower for 42 minutes. And he was like, he sounds reputable. And that's it. The standard of journalistic integrity there is so much lower than in normal papers.
Oh, hold on, dude.
I
was waiting for you to hang yourself, and you did it.
No, I didn't.
Are you telling me, Dylan, that you think
go.
Journalistic integrity is really high and that Ian Carroll is not coming close to it? Is that what you're saying out loud after you've been crushing it so far? You're saying that out loud into a microphone with a camera recording you, that you're saying that journalistic integrity is really high. It's a high standard and Ian Carroll's not meeting it. Is that what you're saying?
Straw man.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not straw man.
No.
How's that straw man?
No. Because that's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying? You're talking about journalistic integrity. So what I'm asking you is, do you think journalistic integrity is really high right now? And you feel that Ian Carroll isn't reaching that level of integrity that our mainstream media has been obviously been living in?
I'm glad that he's this torqued this early into the show. It bodes well. It bodes well for us. I mean, look at his fucking face.
I'm just asking you, where is this journalistic integrity in which you speak of?
Journalists have to go through more robust checks and balances before they put stories out.
What world do you live in? Where are you from? What is your dimension? What is the color of the sky? Okay? Do gay bears talk? What are you talking about? Because I've been seeing since 2015, they've gotten everything wrong. Who you look like, Rachel Madhouse, is batting 100, okay? She's so bad. There's no integrity. You remember when they ran with the story about 50 former intelligence officers say the Hunter Biden laptop isn't real. It's Russian disinformation. You remember that story?
All right. So perfect example. Like, can you look up just instances where publications have been sued for getting things wrong?
And what year was that?
Okay, so one that comes off the top of the head is the Dominion thing with Fox News, right? So,
okay.
So they talked to people that sounded, they talked to people that sounded reliable.
Can I ask you something, Dylan?
And they went out with their story, and they got fucking sued into the ground for it.
So,
okay?
Dylan, I am 51 years old. I'm on the verge of 52.
Can't wake up at 11
How
a.m.
old does that sound to you, Ryan?
Can't wake
How
up at 11
old does
a.m.
that sound?
Honestly, not that old anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, respect, dude. Respect. Such a positive energy guy.
Oh, dude.
So
we're both, can I say, we're both wearing gray Dodgers hats.
Oh,
that's
great
great.
Dodgers.
Yeah,
How much does this upset you right now, Ryan, watching the Dodgers on the verge of just curb stomping?
Dude, I feel so bad for the Mets. The Mets are such a lovely franchise.
I do love the Mets, but
they're so awesome.
Sit down, bitch. Okay. Yeah. So I'm 52. I'm almost 52 years old. Okay. So I'm going to tell you something. I would have been raised on the notion that we have an unjust legal system that has consistently taken one group of people and through just grinding them through the meat grinder, and we constantly hear innocent men convicted and found guilty with no evidence at all. We find it all the time.
Central Park 5.
It is almost a bedrock of our pop culture. That our legal system is unjust to the poor, to the blacks, to all these people.
Next time, can you just say unjust instead of unjust? Because that's not a word.
Didn't I say unjust? Did I say unjust?
We don't need to get hung up on semantics, and I'm sorry that I brought it up.
I love this guy. We don't gotta get hung up on that. We've grown up on that. We've grown up on that. Our legal system is broken. That innocent people get convicted all the time, to the point where I am, in an idealistic world, I am pro capital punishment. But in this realm, I'm against it because innocent people could be put to death. Okay? So, but we grew up on that, and we've seen movies about it. We've seen television shows about it.
The Green Mile.
Okay? Innocent people convicted in an unjust system, okay?
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
But yet, people like this who are on the side of constantly talking about how corrupt our system is cannot fathom that a system that is corrupt one way could be corrupt the other way, and that they could easily be convicting people when there's no real conviction there and they're not guilty of something. A great example is the Alex Jones trial. If you study the Alex Jones trial, that is an activist judge. She is literally every single psyop is there. Trans kids, Ukraine, COVID shots. She has it all. She has her pronouns in her bio. I mean, his own lawyer sends evidence to the other.
We're kind of like zigzagging our way around the track right now. Like, if you could just bring it back to what the fuck we're talking about.
Dude, 100%. The election machines, the voting machines can get rigged. And guess who brought it up before the 2020? The Democrats. Elizabeth Warren. Pocahontas was complaining about it. What are we talking about here? So this guy's like, Dominion is so, dude, Dominion, the pillar of truth.
Try not
the
to. Try not.
Pillar of justice. I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Do me a favor. Try not to just headbutt walls the rest of the show like you're doing
No,
right
I just
now,
like
okay?
you're so mad.
So
you and Brian Gallen, like, oh, they're found guilty in the court of law. Like, dude, that means anything anymore.
Yeah. No, I'm not really talking about. See, what's happening is you've gone full drool, right? And I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about the actual prosecution.
Okay.
I'm just talking about the fact that they were because of what they did, which did not adhere to journalistic standards. Which
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Isn't that the guy's name?
Yeah, the guy that shot the Indian fellas in whatever state or whatever.
Shot the pedophiles.
Took out the pedophiles.
Took out the pedophiles.
Right.
Okay, wait. I might have got that. Who was the guy at the Capitol with the Native American, the kid?
Oh yeah, that wasn't Kyle Rittenhouse. That was
that
some
guy.
other white kid.
Right. Another great example.
He got fucking paid out.
He got paid out because MSNBC, CNN went after that kid.
Right, Dylan.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, Dylan.
Right, Sam.
But 9/11. Okay. Russian
Sam,
collusion.
For you to paint me as somebody who doesn't understand that the journalist, the fourth estate, fifth estate, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is corrupt, is fucking insane and dishonest. You know that I know that.
Okay.
You know that I've read books about the CIA having journalists in the New York Times, embedded in the New York Times editorial board. So I'm aware that this is all happening. Going back to our
initial discussion.
Our initial discussion was...
your thing that journalistic integrity is like, where is that?
Who has a higher journalistic integrity? Journalists or people on Twitter?
Neither.
Wrong.
What?
Wrong.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Dude, you're such a moron, dude. You're such a moron.
What world do you live in, dude?
So
what
crazy,
world
dude.
do you live in? We can just take the Atlantic and just go all over all the different titles of their articles that are just laughable that you just screenshot and post it and you don't have to say anything and people laugh at it. Mm-hmm. You're an old soul in a retard body. Okay, no, dude. No. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
Don't bring Jesus into this. Don't you dare bring JC into this. You fucking asshole.
crime right there, dog.
Unbelievable, dude. Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so let's just forget that part, but go on with what you're saying.
Well, no. The part we've this horse is just a puddle of fucking skin and blood on the ground at this point. Okay,
go on.
What I'm saying is, and I've already said it 5 times and you call me a retard, so we can move on. But for you to not acknowledge that the standards of accuracy and integrity on journalists is much higher than research influencers on Twitter, and for you to not acknowledge that is just crazy. I mean, it's just crazy.
At this point,
okay,
maybe 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, maybe before 9/11, maybe there was a different time.
So you think the Atlantic is like a great abuser of journalistic integrity,
yes.
right? Okay. So who's worse in terms of abusing journalistic integrity, the Atlantic or Matt Wallace?
They're both really bad. They're both really bad.
Sam, can we point the greater than or less than sign someplace?
I don't know.
Can you not be a bitch right now and just answer the question?
I think they're both really bad.
Oh my God, dude. The fact that you won't answer the question is
Matt
crazy.
Wallace worse than the Atlantic? The Atlantic has done bad stuff, but I will give you that Matt Wallace is more consistently bad when the Atlantic, which is seen as, I mean, would you say, Dylan, that a Twitter account and a mainstream publication should be seen as on the same level? Is that what you're saying to everybody out loud into the camera?
What do you mean should be seen
So
on the
you
same
think
level?
that someone like CBS and Matt Wallace should be seen as being on the same level?
What? No, I don't.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Right, but what I'm saying
There's
is
a million Twitters saying retarded shit.
Right, but
CBS is a gold standard.
Shut the fuck up, though, for 1 second. The problem we have is that we're losing faith in those institutions, deservedly so. They fucked up a lot, and it's on them why people are turning away from them.
Right.
And they're turning to this echo chamber and this ecosystem of complete bullshit and no accountability whatsoever.
Yeah, I agree.
So while we're talking about them being on the same level, the people on Twitter, the influencers of information on Twitter and Rumble and all these places are growing to have a louder voice than those institutions. And they don't have any accountability the way that those institutions
because
did.
That's a brand new frontier. And we'll see what comes of that.
Well, I think we're seeing it.
Okay.
We're barreling towards a cliff edge.
All right, so let's go back to your thoughts on Ian Carroll.
You know what? I like Ian Carroll more than I don't. And next week we should bring in a thing that Ian Carroll did right, because I do think that Ian Carroll is not the best example of this. But when we're talking about standards of evidentiary accuracy, saying I talked to this guy who said that Tim Waltz banged kids and he sounds reliable, and I'm going to put this out there. This is the thing that conspiracy theorists do. Five-finger point. I'm just asking questions. Oh, I have a million followers. I asked a question.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And see, this is my problem, because I understand what you're saying. But when I take a look at, like, we're going to say, let's say Ian Carroll is the conspirator towards the right, right? We'll say that he leans right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, when people criticize him, I often think they're coming from the left. And then I take a look at, like, Russian collusion, and I go, well, this is crazier. But nobody talks about any of that. So when they go after a guy who is...
What are you talking about? Nobody talks about that, dude. It's the only thing people talk about.
Dude,
Russian collusion
it's not the only thing people talk about.
Russian collusion was bullshit. Russian collusion was bullshit. And it wasn't bullshit.
Okay. What? What did you just say?
It wasn't bullshit.
Hillary Clinton was found guilty by the election committee, the federal election committee, for election interference, for funding the dossier. Like, what are we talking about
The way
here?
in which she went about trying to
uncover
it.
It was complete bullshit.
The way
they
in which
didn't find one thing.
The way in which she went about.
Oh my God, dude! Just when we were about to meet in the middle,
It's not true,
you just
dude.
drop a retard bomb in the middle of the thing.
It's not No. And don't do that. No, don't do that, man. Listen, okay, listen.
Nothing, dude.
Bro.
Now we got nothing.
Okay.
We're at the beginning point again. Because you just said the dumbest thing ever.
Okay, so let's do this. We're already rather offensive to the neurodivergent community. We say the R word a lot. And for those people...
run this clip, please.
No, we don't need to run the clip. For those people, I want to say I'm sorry. But we're going to keep saying the R word. There's literally no way to stop.
I've stated it. I never, ever, when I use the R word, I'm referring to special needs.
Yes.
I'm referring to dumb assholes.
Right. But
that's what I'm saying.
But and listen, I can't control you. But if we could try to...
And I've been very much on the... I don't call black people the M-word. I don't call gay people the F-word. The only people I call faggot are my best friends, Tom Brady, and straight dudes I fuck hard. That's it. Those are the only dudes.
That's ironclad. Yeah, no, the way in which Hillary Clinton went about trying to unearth, which the Russian collusion, which pretty much existed.
I'm not gonna engage in this.
Say
whatever you want.
Was criminal.
It
was criminal the way that she went about that.
The whole notion that
and then
you got Larry David. He wouldn't accept the election results.
No,
I'm
he
like,
wouldn't.
bro,
That's very dangerous.
Dude, they literally put Pfizer warrants on him by planting Carter Page on Trump's transition team.
Sneaky
and they
stuff.
used that to get the warrants from the Pfizer court so they could spy on him to try to come up with some reason to fucking not allow him to take the seat of the presidency when he's already elected. That is the worst. That's worse than anything you think Watergate was about.
Seedy stuff. Very seedy
there
stuff. Doesn't mean there wasn't something there.
Okay, keep going.
Seedy
Can we get to my friend?
Yeah, let's get to your friend. Oh, well, no. We don't need to play this. We already talked about it. Tim Waltz bangs kids.
Well, I here's my whole thing. The timing is weird. It makes me question it.
It's bullshit.
Okay, and that's fine. I'm fine with it. But Dylan, you can't say that people in that space are above that or above being like.
Hey. I can say whatever I want.
So you're a journalist. Is that what you're saying right now?
No, I'm not. I am not a journalist, and no one should.
Like people in that space.
I need to bang, dude. I need to fucking bang a zine right now. This is like such a chaotic show right now.
Dude, I'm sorry, but this is my favorite episode so far. I've never laughed so hard in my life.
What is the next story? What do we have?
Next story.
And thanks for.
What is this?
Should we cleanse the palate a little bit?
Yeah, I love this guy. I love these two guys.
Can you zoom in on this, Rye? And hey, Rye, thank you so much for bringing up that story about the Osage guy on the steps of the Capitol or the Lincoln Memorial. So it's a great example on the other side.
Yeah, good job. What are we watching right now?
Is he about to shred?
All right, just cut it. Stop.
Oh, that was the best.
All right, let's
That was the best.
Let's get to the next story. He was shredding harder than I could. Okay, so crazy stuff. So Blinken and Biden pen a letter to Netanyahu that sounds like a Columbia student wrote it, and it needed to be sent. Right?
Can I say something? Go on. You finish your thought, and then I got something to say.
This letter lays out what's happening in Israel is a lot like Ryan's eye, right? It's not really getting any better. It's still gross.
Oh, it's getting worse.
It's just not okay. It's not where we need to be.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay?
I'll take
so
that.
Blinken sends this letter, like, you've got 1.7 million people in, in like 40 square feet of land. There's humanitarian blockades going on. This is not good enough, and you guys need to fix it.
Okay.
And we're going to give you 1 month. And then when
We'll
Trump...
revisit this.
We'll revisit this. But this is a sternly worded letter. And the question I have is, did it get leaked so that the Democrats can see that Kamala and Biden are moving closer to them in support of Gaza?
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
think you're
wondering what's going on here. Oh, man.
I'm trying to find this guy's
What?
name. Hold on, dude. Just give me 1 second.
Let's just take a second. Let's get to an ad break. Let's take
Okay,
a break.
So
No. We're getting to an ad break right now. We're going to an ad break.
Go to ad break. All right.
What's up, gulpers?
Yeah, what's up, bud? What's up? Now you got to drink another one. Dude, this
Fucking stupid idiot Ryan didn't record the first read.
one. And it was gold, bro.
So I'm
they
gonna
would
drink
use
it
that
again.
ad and to teach people how to do podcast ads. And look at the most manly I've ever seen a man drink a manly drink. Magic Mind for men only. Okay? Stay home, simp. Okay?
It's not for
This
men.
guy is so jacked right now.
It's not-
He's banged out 2 Magic Minds.
It's not for men only, okay? And this stuff is absolutely delicious. It genuinely does taste like pineapple and heaven.
Did you just freeze? Let me talk, okay? I'm just telling you right now. Look at this guy. It's getting action going, dude.
Dude, it's so crazy. I felt my penis getting bigger. That's why
dude.
I stopped.
Listen,
I
we're
haven't
having
felt that in forever.
We're having a depopulation problem, and there's only one way to stop it, and that's Magic Mind. Take Magic Mind and blast, thick blast, okay? Make cream pies great again. And thank you, Magic Mind, for helping save America, save humanity, okay? We got to get Magic Mind over these Asian countries because nobody's having kids there. Magic Mind is the only way to make that happen.
That's great. That's so happy to be partnering with Magic Mind again. And our first read in this 20-month commitment begins with racial impressions and talking about thick paste. Okay? There's a limited time. It will make you more masculine. In that way, in the way that if you are a man and you drink it, you will be mentally cleansed. Okay,
Yes.
you will
Yes.
be sharp, and your feminine and your masculine will integrate as one, which is the peak of masculinity.
And
Don't
if
let
you're
anybody
female,
tell you
you'll
otherwise.
be more focused on cooking, cleaning.
Shut up! Shut up! They have a limited time offer right now that you can use that gets you up to 48% off your first subscription or 20% off a one-time purchase with code DEEPWATERS at checkout. You can claim it at magicmind.com/deepwaters. Be better with Magic Mind.
Be better with Magic Mind. We're back from that break.
Okay.
So we're talking about Blinken, we're
Thanks,
talking
Ryan.
about Biden, and we're talking about Israel and what's going on with Israel. Well, there was a guy came on my show. His name is Jeremy Ryan Slate. All right, Jeremy Ryan Slate.
80s name.
Yeah, and he's an expert in he went to schools, got his degree in the Roman Empire, and forever he thought it was useless. And then one day, somebody came out. Why do men think about the Roman Empire every day? And
Bro,
then
that's
suddenly,
the most useful degree ever. It's like everything that happened there will always happen and has only happened.
which is what he got into. Which is he talked about that the Roman Empire was in actually 3 phases. I don't remember the name of each phase, but the final phase was basically Rome was being ran by barbarians outside barbarians.
Yeah, when Rome let the Mexicans in, Rome fell.
So, but the reason I bring that up is because what happened was the barbarians put a teenage kid in charge of the Roman Empire, and they paid him a per diem. And he didn't really have any power. He just kind of farted around.
You talking about Caligula?
I don't know who the guy is. We could get it. I can try to find it right now. But the point of that is that I think that's what's going on right now with here it is. Bingo, Sam Tripoli. The last 65 years after the Roman empires, after the 410 sack by Alkic, had no power and were propped up by the barbarian generals. Okay, when the final emperor was deposed in 476 AD by the barbarian generals, naming himself. Okay, so basically the last emperor was a teenager in Rome, and he was basically a puppet mannequin that got a stipend. I'm telling you right now, that's what's happening with Joe Biden, and it's only going to get worse if Kamala Harris wins because she's just going to be a Kardashian. But that's what's going on. And you go, Sam, who's really running the show? I will tell you, probably Blinken. Blinken's probably running a lot more than we want to believe.
Sorry. It's just, it's kind of like, it's just fucking, sorry. I don't, okay, so are you saying Susan Rice is a barbarian?
Okay, so you pick one person out of there, and I think Susan Rice is a garbage person. Can I make that clearer?
Are you saying that Susan Rice and Blinken are barbarian Mexicans who are causing the fall of the American Empire?
That if you had to ask me who I thought was in charge, I would say Blinken way before Joe Biden.
It goes Obama, Susan, according to the tinfoil community, Obama, Susan Rice, the Clintons, Big Mike, then Blinken.
The Obamas.
Obama.
Okay,
Okay, Obama.
And then Big Mike's down here.
Big Mike's like fourth.
I mean, Obama could be in charge, but I think Blinken's more in charge.
There was this Ethel Kennedy just passed away, and Obama and Biden had a little stern, soft conversation at that funeral.
Yeah, and I saw, and like the way the AI dubbed it, it was so funny, dude.
It's like, did you shit your pants again? It smells like you shit your pants.
Dude, AI is going to be the worst thing that ever happened.
The worst thing that ever happened. Dude, no, the best worst. But anytime Biden bends in a way that you could possibly say he shit his pants, my dad texts me and says, your president shit his pants again.
Your dad's the best.
Anytime, dude.
Your dad's
and he doesn't
the best.
shit his pants all the time, okay? He shits his pants sometimes.
How many days in a row do you think he shit his pants?
Maybe 2.
Okay, yeah, and then you think he goes a day without it, and they celebrate.
Yeah.
Did they bring out cake with candles?
No, that's what's causing the feces.
Who do you think cleans Biden's poopy butt? Do you think it's Dr.
I hope
Jill?
it's Jill, because like
Dr. Jill Biden,
hey,
who's
Jill.
got a doctorate in cleaning poopy
Hey,
butt?
Jill, you can't have it both ways, okay? You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can have the cake, but then you have to wipe it off of your husband, okay? It's like ridiculous. This woman thinks that it's all gilded for her. It's like, come on. You got to get to work.
You got a fake doctrine, okay? You gotta pay the tab at some point, and that tab is cleaning poopy butt.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think you can get on the black market for Joe Biden's poopy diapers? There's got to be somebody out there into that.
Nah, I don't think so.
I'd bid
Right.
just to say that I have it.
What's the most you would pay for poopy diapers?
Probably like $140.
140. That's good money.
You put that in plexiglass?
Yeah. And
Doesn't
you make it
stink?
a family heirloom, and it just gets passed down from generation. You got to put it in air. You got to put it in something where you can never smell it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
Or do you just put it outside, let it air out,
there's this
let it go, then you put it in, and then you can take it out and show people.
There's this horrible book called The Over Story, which won the Pulitzer Prize. And if a book wins the Pulitzer Prize, it has an 80% chance of being dog shit.
Okay.
But the first story is of this family that planted this oak tree and took pictures of it. And it was this heirloom that got passed down generation after generation after generation. And it became this kind of albatross about kind of like just the death of tradition, and as generations move forward, they don't see the beauty of what past generations saw, you know? And that would be like Ryan's Joe Biden shit pants, you know, to his family. I mean, 3 generations
His great
after
grandsons
that.
are like, why do we care?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know this guy's president. Hey, will you go? Did you send the thing of the hot chick that I sent you in the man on the street?
Yeah.
Can you find that? Because this fits right into it.
But really quickly before we move on, so this was leaked to show that Kamala is in support of Palestine?
Yeah.
Okay. I think so too.
It's just so dumb.
No, right.
But
It's in the Chrome somewhere. It's one of the Twitter things. No, that's not it.
No, that's it.
That's it.
So this fits into what you're talking about. Have you seen this video?
Yes.
By the way, I've met these chicks. They will burn everything down. They will break your heart and burn everything down. And this is, watch it. This is
Will it be worth it though?
what? Oh, I mean, you dude. How many times have you laid in bed with a gorgeous woman going, you are just dangerous. You are a crazy person, but you're so hot. You're so hot.
No, I've always found the heart in the women that I've laid next to. I don't pick crazy. I
Go on, watch this.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Savannah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Texas, but I live here now.
All right, how much money do you spend every month living in Miami?
I run probably like $10,000.
$10,000?
Probably, yeah. I have a dog. I've got rent. I've got bills. I got clothes to buy.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I own my own business, Savage Seller. Check it out. We launch in a month.
Yeah? What do you sell?
It's a marketplace for people to sell their stuff. So
I love it. Last question.
rent on Savage Seller.
Okay, this is the best part.
So last question. Can you name 5 countries in Europe?
Australia.
Okay. Correct.
That's all I got. I love you. Good night, America.
That's valid.
That somebody's gonna wife her up. Somebody is gonna make that the mother of their children. That business is gonna crash and burn. Some guy who's much older is gonna throw all this money in there, hoping she'll become smit with him. That thing will crash and burn. You can't even name 5 countries in Europe. Ryan, 5 countries in Europe.
Norway, Sweden.
Don't just do the whites, dude. Don't just
No, he's
don't
doing
just-
the hard ones. You're not even doing the empires.
I know,
Go on.
But he's doing
Italy.
his.
You did one empire. You got it, dude.
Italy, France, Germany.
Yeah,
The
you got
point,
it.
the
You did.
point
You did.
being,
Luxembourg.
it's you should.
Luxembourg, dude. That's out of nowhere call.
It's so crazy. How can you not name like? Can you go to this Instagram thing I have up? It's about reading levels in college. It should be there. Basically, like,
Oh shit, we gotta talk about that.
what, the Liam Payne thing?
Yeah, dude, it's really crazy.
It's probably in my text, but this guy's reading a study about. I sent it to myself. I think it's from the Atlantic. Go to the Penguin. That scroll up. That's the Down syndrome playing the guitar.
The downs are rising.
Keep going up. 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 There it is. All right, check this out, dude.
Students who can't read books. That's the title of an article in the Atlantic magazine. It's got people talking for about a week now. It interviews 33 professors at the very best universities in the whole country, and every single one of them, across categories of literature and subject matter, say the best students in America find it impossible to finish a book, struggle to encounter and make it through new ideas, lose their ability to follow the big argument while getting the small details, and just bottom line are showing up at office hours and saying, I can't do this. Wow. And they're not sure why. And there's some numbers behind this too. So back in 1976, high school seniors, 40% of them had read at least a half dozen books beginning to end. Now just 1 in 10 high school seniors have read a half dozen books. So something about the preparation, maybe something about the phone. Wow. The technology. People worry that, I remember when I read Junot Diaz.
Okay, all right. Okay. Got it.
Morning television guy.
Right.
I love that the guy on morning television, which his whole purpose is to dumb you down with the dumbest data possible, is complaining that people are just drowning in dumb data.
Yeah. Well,
and that's the biggest thing with that chick. Go on. Sorry.
Well, it is like that chick is. It's like really, really heartbreaking. I think like 60% of Americans have like a 7th to 8th grade reading level. And I think part of it, well, one, for sure, the phones and social media and stuff like that. But also, I think that we've like, in this like crony capitalist fucking nightmare landscape that we're in, have devalued like, bro, it's not about that. It's about getting the bag. It's about doing drop shipping. It's about finance. And it's like, we're kind of losing this North Star of common sense intelligence. Like reading books, I don't care if it's fucking Junot Diaz, Harry Potter. You start reading shit, you'll be able to name 5 countries in Europe.
No, I'm with you on that. I also think, I'm sorry, this is, I personally think the data in which we consume has changed, and the structure in which we think has changed, and that you go back to the 1970s, they were just inundated with less data.
Yeah.
And like now we're just there's much different data points that people need to understand to function in our modern society. It's listen, I say this all the time. When the answer machine came out, my grandma thought it was the devil. She literally thought it was the devil. I mean, it's just like it's just a different data. It's a different way of interacting in the world. I'm not saying that it's good that people don't finish books, okay? But we're just inundated with what we learn in a day in our lives. Back in the 1500s, they didn't learn that for 3 months, 5 months, a year.
Yeah, but okay, so Yuval Harari, right, the great sage of this podcast. You love him, I love him, Ryan loves him.
I'm looking for it.
If you don't find that fucking
I'm going to find it by the end of the year, I promise you.
Has my dead cat's plasma on it. It has so many footnotes, dude. I fucking
okay, I'm gonna look for it. I promise you. I have
so
some time
much
off
to me,
coming
dude.
up. I'm gonna
and
go
you just
for it.
won't find it.
I'm gonna go for it.
I don't even know. I gave it to you as a gag on the show, and then it just got lost forever.
I'm gonna go for it.
Okay, so he had this interview. I'm not gonna say who it's with because we're already at Yuval.
Bill Maher.
No. He's talking about how in an age of information, when you have so much information, it doesn't mean that truth will go to the top, because truth is costly. It takes a lot to get to truth, and it's much easier to just blurt out fiction.
100%.
So if we're being inundated with cheap information all the fucking time, it has this illusory effect of we're more truthful, but we're not. We're just wading in these waters of bullshit. So people don't find truth. People just get inundated with, you know, it might have a more...
The truth is dangerous. The truth can get you in trouble at work. The truth can get you in trouble with your significant other.
Yeah.
The truth makes you think. The truth makes you question, are you part of the problem? Are you working within a system that is the problem? Nobody wants to think any of that.
Right.
Nobody. Like, the majority of your comedians working today, and like a lot of them are my good friends and I love them and I have no ill will towards that. I'm happy they're succeeding, but most of them are just the band on the Titanic, just playing as the boat is sinking, and they're just collecting checks the whole way down and doing nothing about it, because the minute you make people think is the minute it takes a little heat off the laugh. People want to laugh at dumb. They don't want, like it used to be challenge me because, you know, back, let's say when Carlin was roaming and at the height of his power, you read one newspaper, maybe a magazine, maybe watch the news for an hour, end of the discussion.
That's it.
That was your the data you were taking in.
We were so much happier. We were so much better. You know who's on their phone for 8 hours a day? Chick who can't name 5 countries in Europe.
100%, because her beauty is such fucking collateral right now. She is instantly.
Well, and it's also she's just in an environment of information that is completely fucking useless.
But looking like that is
she's not even that hot.
What?
She's also definitely insanely rich, because I looked in the comments yesterday when I saw that video, and it's like her business is ass. Like there's still all this stuff on the website about how it's like fill in here.
Yeah.
So she's just daddy's trust fund.
Yeah,
and she's living off
because
it.
she won the genetic lottery
again.
The people were talking about white women in America are like the richest demographic of all time. Of all time.
How is that possible?
They're just like, I mean, like go
White?
to the richest people in the world.
Can you Yandex that? Because it's just that just is impossible.
What are you talking about?
White women in America are the richest people of all time.
Hold on, stop! Don't Yandex that. There's no way to Yandex that.
No. Don't Yandex that. There's no possible way we could figure out if that's bullshit or not.
Here's what I'll tell you. More money is spent on women like 18 to 34 years old than any other demographic out there. Now, there's more white women in America than any other demographic. It's not even close. So if there's more money spent on that age and there's more white women than any other group, that is the number one demographic that money spent on them. What are you talking about? You can look up that fact.
Why'd you get so soft there?
You would look up that fact.
Dude, can we... I mean, listen, if we want to keep doing this, we can, but I really want to talk about this evil gang.
Okay, evil gangs, and then this One Direction, which was down. Guys, listen, I mean, the polls are all over the place, right?
Who knows which
who's
way?
winning? Who's losing? Who knows? It's all sorcery, dude. You can't trust anyone except for one group of people, and that's the traders, and you could trade on that, okay?
You could trade on that.
Okay?
Yeah.
Trust me, trade on that, and that's our good friends at... Kalshi, that's right, dude.
Keep going, dude.
Oh,
this
okay.
Is awesome.
Kalshi is the one place that you can legitimately go and get in on the presidential election action.
Do you have a bookie? It's illegal. Kalshi is not the first above board way to predict and get paid out on correct predictions about the real. Okay. Who cares about the Saints and the Broncos, right?
I don't really care.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares about Kamala versus Trump?
Everybody.
Okay. Bet high, predict. trade. You could trade on that.
Trade on that.
Trade on that high stakes stuff. Like, look at this. Who will win the presidential election? Okay.
Yeah.
Look, you can go, okay, so Sam thinks Kamala Harris is going to win, right?
I do not. I do not.
This is how you do this, okay? So you can go to their site, sign up with our link, which we'll tell you in a second, and start predicting who is going to win.
Listen,
and
dude,
get paid out while doing it.
You can trade on that, dude. You could totally trade on that. Listen,
You can trade all over that.
Trade all over that. Where the bangers bang, bro. Where the bangers bang and the traders trade. Go to this website. Get on the action right now. Because when it's over, it's over. So do it now.
Right. So America is in a Sodom and Gomorrah era, right? What are you going to do? Just sit by and watch it burn? No. Watch it burn and make money off of the flames.
Yes.
Okay?
Real people make money off the flames.
You can trade on that.
You can trade on that.
Go to kalshi.com/CSC. That's KALSHI.com/CSC. The payout structures are great. You bet on something with a 33cc, you'll get paid out 3 times.
Damn,
okay?
3 times.
Find the predictions that you want to predict with the information that you have. You know, be ahead of the clandestine services. You think something's going to get fishy? Then predict that way.
Trade on that.
You can trade that way.
You can trade on that.
Use the mobile app. Use the website, kalshi.com/CSC. Ryan is going to take a bath because he predicted not on kalshi.com.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if you want to get into the action, go to kalshi.com/CSC.
There's so much shit on there that's nuts.
Dude, and that guy's been going down for a while.
Yeah, I've heard some crazy stories.
That guy's been going down.
His ex-girlfriend's been like, he's like, he terrorizes me, she says. Like he sets up all this. Okay, go on. We'll go on.
Bro, that interview that he get. Well, let's talk about Liam Payne.
You know,
he
so
fell off a building and died.
Well, what's really crazy is I remember when they first blew up, right? They won an award at the MTV Music Awards. And I remember the acceptance speech was, when we started this, you know, usually people be like, 15, 20 years ago. They're like, when we started this 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Who would have guessed we'd be? I'm like, oh, man.
Harry Styles is Malcolm X.
Yeah, it's just so crazy to me. And it's just like, as we know, that world, which we kind of touched on a little bit earlier, is really dark. And to get to those levels, there is a game you got to play, and that game is give up the holes, dog. Give up the holes.
Yeah, well, I'm not necessarily going to blame him being sodomized for his downfall, but this interview that he did with the great Logan Paul.
Oh. Is that the journalistic integrity we're talking about earlier?
Dude, Logan Paul is like Bob Woodward. I mean, everything that kid puts out is just creme de la creme.
Yeah.
I mean, where would we be
Top
without
shelf.
him? Top shelf. But he's on Logan Paul's podcast saying these just unbelievably cringy things like, Simon Cowell told me that the rest of the band was constructed around my face and I was going to beat the fuck out of somebody. And it's just all this like, ugh, dude, you had more fame than 99% of the entire
humanity
history
ever.
of humanity. And now it's gone and you are in a psychological spiral.
Oh, shit. Do you think it was done? Do you think like
MK Ultra? What are you talking
well,
about?
I mean, like, obviously it's done now. He's not with us anymore. But like,
No, he died. He fell off a balcony.
yeah,
Three
but
stories.
the point is, like, when you say the fame was gone, do you think it was that gone? Like, he could walk down the street and people wouldn't be like, holy cow! Like, not me. I couldn't tell you who's in one direction to save my life, but
Harry Styles,
That's it.
Liam Payne, Niall Horan, Zayn Malik,
Okay.
and
Like Zayn-
Louis.
Some of those guys, I know, like Zayn is like very popular as like a just his own thing now,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
like Harry Styles is a movie star. It
Right.
seems like everyone kind of like moved on.
yeah, I know. But was he the one not being able to move on?
Him and Louis kind of, and I know this because you know
'Cause you're
as is-
queer?
right? You know, 1D is unbelievable. They're so good.
Hey, this is a show. Go full homo. We don't care. We love it.
No,
we support the gays.
1D is a marvelous outfit. They're probably the greatest boy band of all time.
What? One Direction?
Oh yeah.
Really? Over the Beatles?
The Beatles aren't a boy band.
The Beatles were totally a boy band,
They
dude.
were not.
They were just
dude.
an incredible boy band.
It's like,
Come on, dude. When they came over here, they even faked all those girls. That whole thing was just a giant psyop to be like, oh my God, we're going nuts. And then everyone bought into it. And then next thing you know, so Bon Jovi's first video, have I told you guys this
Bon
already?
Jovi is a boy band.
Bon Jovi's first video, my friend directed it. And they made him seem like an arena act by shooting it where they took the audience and they just, first they shot straight, then they shot them in this part of the stands, and and it made it look like it was this giant arena show. And then people just bought into it was an arena band.
That's how they shot Zayn Malik or Rami. What is his name? Rami Malek in Bohemian Rhapsody at Live Aid. That movie is dog shit.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Dog shit. But no, the shine fell off this kid. He didn't know how to handle it, and then he fell off a building. Sad story.
Is this a video of him falling off?
No, it's just showing you where he fell.
Oh, what does it show?
It doesn't show you anything, but it's like, what it's very interesting is that it's the third floor isn't the highest level to jump. It's just weird. The whole thing is weird. And like,
You think he got killed?
well, there's also something about like, there's another woman who just died. She fell off a third floor. It's like, it's
We're doing this stupid numerology thing now, right? Oh, is that what we're doing? He died with 33 million followers.
oh, so you have been looking into it. Okay. All right. All right.
No. Seeing it is very different than looking into it.
Okay. All right. All right.
No,
I'm
I've
just
seen
telling
it.
you, it's
I've
very
definitely
weird.
seen it.
And how can you have lost fame with 33 million followers? You just have to find the right project again. And you have this entire group of people that will rush you. The question becomes, when did One Direction come on the scene? What year?
2012.
2012. So we're talking 12 years. So I don't know if his fan base is married with kids yet. 2010. So that's 14 years ago. So some of them could be getting married. Some of them could be having kids. But it's like when you come a pop act and your fan base grows older with you.
It's sad though, dude.
You have to adapt or you die. I mean, like,
Dude,
have you
take a
been
look.
watching like the NSYNC guys? They're all got dad bods and they're all dancing and they're singing teeny bop songs. And like, God bless you, you're cashing checks and you're earning your money. I have no problem, but it's just bye, and you're like a 1,000 years old.
Yeah. You gotta be at peace that it's not gonna happen for you the same way that it was. I mean,
And then you get mad because all the chicks there are like older women. It's like,
take a look at Corey Feldman, dude. I mean,
his wife just left him because he's partying too hard.
Yeah, it's just one of the saddest things ever. But anyways, so he fell off a balcony and died. Prayers to his family. And
did he get married? Did he have any kids?
No, I think he was just freebasing shit and breaking TVs in his hotel. And then he died.
Like the story's kind of crazy because they guess he was having an episode and they dragged him back to his hotel room.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean, he was unhinged. I mean, he was losing his fucking.
Now, are they going to like auction off his Instagram account? Like, who wants this thing?
How much would you pay, right?
Okay.
Oh.
How much you would pay for 33 million followers? And,
Yeah, what would I even post? I don't know.
Hot football takes.
$20,000.
20,000.
Yeah.
That's about that. You're probably going to have to pay a little bit more than that.
A lot more.
But I think people pay 50,000, 100,000 for that.
So I want to do this thing really quickly. So Lena Khan, FTC chair,
Ooh, I like this.
needs to be protected at all costs.
All cost.
Lena Khan is one of the only politicians worth her weight in salt that we've had in some time.
You don't like Thomas Messi? You don't like him?
I don't know. I don't. I mean, we've talked about him before. I think he's a principled man, which is a lot more than a lot of people
That's all
can
you
say.
need at that point.
So yeah, he's doing a lot better than a lot of people. But no, I'm not a big
Because
fan.
he's a more conservative.
Yeah,
But he is principled.
he's principled.
Okay, I respect that. There's not a lot of guys. Rand Paul, maybe. That's it.
Yeah, AOC.
You couldn't even keep a straight face saying that.
No, I think it's
The actress AOC who went for an audition, she's principled.
wow. Okay. So, Donald Trump was a reality television star.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. Do 11/11. Good luck today.
Make a wish. Let's bring the show back. Okay. We had
Okay.
a lot of fire in the beginning. It kind of like, simmered down a little bit. Let's bring it back. Alina Khan, there are evidently, what's going on?
What just happened?
What just happened?
I was just trying to move my arm. My Apple Watch opened a drawer accidentally.
Been there. I've been snake bit by that plenty of times, buddy. And I don't know why you wear spy software on your wrist. I think that's crazy.
That's
right?
crazy to me. Now, do you wear the Apple Watch on the arm you beat off with? Because that's just registering.
Did you see that? He looked that way, and you could see all that fucking blood.
Yeah, that's registering that. It's now Apple has your stroke rhythm.
That's good. I want them to have it.
Dude, I'm going on 5 days now.
Oh, dude, what's my number at?
How many are you at?
It's not a lot.
2 days.
2 days? That's pretty
2 days,
good.
no stroke.
No stress.
9 days.
9 days is great.
So I'm winning.
I don't think you need to go. I think once a week is fine.
From jerking off or watching porn.
I think that we should kind of fire up the imagination as best as we can. I think it helps to be creative in really any element of your life. So if you're in the shower and you can kind of visualize like teaching that girl geography while banging her, while throwing her, I think that'd be great.
There we go.
But anyways, back to Lena Khan. She has gone after Google with antitrust.
Oh, yeah.
Biden appointee, which is kind of crazy because Biden is quite a neoliberal and quite a corporatist, but he did appoint Lena Khan, which is one of the great things that he did.
Oh, they should be running on that. She should be running on that. We appointed Leah Khan.
Unfortunately, they can't run on it because money talks. What's up, gulpers?
What's up, dog? We're in it to win it, and that's right. We're with one of the best-looking men ever, okay? Best-looking men ever with the best mobile service ever. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Dude, I'm just overwhelmed by how great Mint Mobile is.
Mint Mobile is something you just got to sit back and enjoy, okay? It's like we are witnessing greatness. Forever we've been slave to these giant mobile companies. Guess what? Mint Mobile is the resistance that you've been looking for. A way out of the matrix that is these giant mobile services that just trap you with some BS. Not Mint Mobile, not my good friend Ryan Reynolds and his jizz gutters that he has down his thing.
Gotta bleep it. Gotta bleep that, okay? So, listen, if you are part of AT&T or any of these, maybe gotta bleep that too. If you're part of these, big, monopolistic telecommunications companies, you're essentially an orc that is being run by Sauron's eye.
I totally agree,
You don't
dude.
even know. You have no
Great
agency,
reference.
right? Okay, dude, you're just in a blind bloodlust, okay? Free yourself from that evil by going to Mint Mobile. Say bye-bye to your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overages. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. Okay, use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with your existing contacts, okay? This isn't a tabula rasa thing, okay?
Thank God.
You get to keep existing. To get this new customer offer and your 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/CSC. That's mintmobile.com/CSC. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/CSC. Now, $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower, above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details. It's
Okay.
really the only thing that talks.
Okay.
So there are these stories coming out that Democratic donors want Lena Khan ousted immediately because she's fucking with big tech and they don't like that, right?
You're playing a dangerous game, Leah Khan, and I
know.
support you.
Protect her at all costs.
All cost.
I wouldn't be surprised if this woman wound up just drowned in a shallow pool.
Please don't say that, dude.
I mean, I don't wish it. I want her to be president, but I wouldn't be surprised if
I'm
she
just
got
going to
taken
say
out.
something. The fact that this is even allowed to get as far as it has tells me that Google is in trouble even before this, that their Google searches aren't going well. People are using ChatGPT and these AIs over Google searches.
Yep.
And I think that YouTube has completely and utterly destroyed its platform.
And so, yeah, can we live in a world where like you pay the cost for failing your consumers?
Yeah.
Right? So Facebook sucks, right? So nobody likes Mark Zuckerberg. Nobody likes Facebook, right? So why is Mark Zuckerberg allowed to merge and acquire his way out of categorically failing as a business? He's like, we suck. People hate us, right? So the way to fix this is just buy shit that people like, right?
Yeah. And my buddy is just can't stop talking about how Facebook is like the best stock out there. And it's just like incredible to me because like my age people are still on Facebook. I don't know a lot of the younger people that are on Facebook. You don't really get into Facebook until you're older, and then you just kind of want to keep tabs on your friends and occasionally, hey, your kid looks great, all that stuff. But like he said, in the last like 4 or 5 years, the stock has quadrupled.
Yeah, because they're allowed to conglomeratize in this country. So anyway, so Lena Khan wants the Democratic donors want her ousted, and JD Vance and Trump want her in their cabinet.
Let's go, bro.
Now, that's got to be a lie, right? That's got to be bullshit.
Well, it's very interesting because JD Vance has been pushed forward by. Well, let's get into this. JD Vance is basically Peter Thiel's like kind of boy.
Flashlight.
And if you think Rumble, who would really benefit from Google being broken up, which would definitely affect YouTube, Rumble.
Owned by Thiel?
Thiel.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Well, Lena Khan just did one of the most amazing things ever, and I'm so appreciative of this. She cracked down on cancellation.
I love this, dude.
Right? So, LA Fitness, in order to cancel a membership at LA Fitness, you have to send a written letter to their headquartered P.O. box or go into a physical location and speak to an operations manager if and when they are available. So you have to go to LA Fitness, go, can I speak to the operations manager? They go, actually, he's doing a set right now, and then he's going to Menchie's, so you're going to have to wait for 3 hours. How that's legal is...
Well, it's not now.
It's not now, thanks to Lena Khan.
And it used to be like at least one way to get out of it was you could just cancel your card, get a new number,
Right.
and then they got around that. And
Right.
they're still able to bill through it. So, yeah.
No, the next thing she needs to work on is something that we've talked about before. Tech companies having people to talk to.
Ugh.
That's the next thing. You need somebody I can call to talk about my problems on your site.
Right. Dude, I was just in a spirited debate with one of my friends at dinner the other night who he's kind of like he's growing into a Republican, you know, like people our age, we start making money, we start getting, you know, going one way or the other. And I was saying that antitrust regulation not being enforced is a part of capitalism. I don't view it as something else. You know, like people think that monopolies are outside of the system of capitalism. I don't see it that way. And he was like, companies have to adhere to the demands of their customers. And I was like, what world are you living in?
Thank you.
What world are you fucking living in?
I think it's the same world you think there's in journalistic integrity.
Absolutely.
You guys both live there.
So we both live in La La Land, but I was like, Facebook just literally sent me a notice saying you've posted all of this crazy shit and your account's deleted. I don't post anything on Facebook. I haven't posted a fucking thing on Facebook in years, and they just deleted my Facebook. I need, as a customer, to be able to speak to somebody to go,
totally agree.
Hey, this is not true. Don't delete my account.
Yep.
Not a single soul you can speak to.
I totally agree.
Zuck in his championship T-shirts and his jits.
I just can't stand the UFC deep-throating that dude.
Why are you doing it?
It's just so annoying to me.
Yeah.
Because he's just so like, I'm a libertarian now. Bullshit.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Bro, I mean, I can't tell you how many people are complaining about getting shadow banned. Like, if you look at my stuff on YouTube, and I know Mark Zuckerberg is on YouTube, but I was looking at like, I talked about this on another podcast, but it's just like, it's so obvious we're shadow banned. Like, we just fly to 10,000 views and then just basically trickles like every time.
Yeah.
And it's just like unbelievable. And then you look at anybody else's that's flourishing. You look at their view counts. It varies. 150,000, 200,000, 50,000, 75,000. Us, 14,000. 15,000.
Right.
Just across the board.
So help the show out. Like, comment, subscribe. Sorry, it got bad towards the end, right?
I thought it was a great show. You just got too serious at the end.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was
got
having a
too
great time,
serious.
and then you started crying.
Fuck, man.
Why are you crying, dog?
I'm sorry for crying.
I wanted to run that Yuri thing, but 6 minutes. It's too long. You guys can't take it.
What's the Yuri thing?
The Yuri, this video is, did you find the 6-minute version?
This is the 6-minute version.
This is the greatest video you will ever watch, and you're a retard if you don't think this is happening.
Okay, should we just watch it?
Yeah, watch it.
Do we have time?
It's the best.
Religion, we have education, we have social life, we have power structure, we have labor relations, unions, and finally we have law and order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? These are the areas of application of subversion. What it means exactly, in case of religion, destroy it, ridicule it, replace it with various sects, cults, which bring people's attention.
Can we pause real quick? We replace religion with Islam?
I think this guy added.
He added these pictures.
Yeah.
The guy who did the video added the pictures. Listen to what he's saying, not the pictures.
Okay.
He also added the music.
Primitive doesn't really matter. As long as the basically accepted religious dogma is being slowly eroded and taken away from the supreme purpose of religion, to keep people in touch with the supreme being. That serves the purpose. Therefore, replace accepted, respected religious organizations with fake organizations. Distract people's attention from the real faith.
Can you move the mouse, right?
Distract them to various different faiths. Education. Distract them from learning something which is constructive, pragmatic, efficient. Instead of mathematics, physics, foreign languages, chemistry, teach them history of urban warfare, natural food, home economy, your sexuality, anything, as long as it takes you away. Okay? Social life. Replace traditionally established institutions and organizations with fake organizations. Take away the initiative from people. Take away the responsibility from naturally established links between individuals, group of individuals, and society at large, and replace them with artificially, bureaucratically controlled bodies. Instead of social life and friendship between neighbors, establish social workers institutions. People who are on payroll of whom? Society? No.
Can we pause real quick?
This is
This video adds. I mean, just look past these stupid pictures and listen to what this fucking guy's saying, dude.
No, I know. He's very right about all this stuff, but the pictures are hilarious.
Yeah, I mean they are. I give it to you, and I don't enjoy that right there, that picture, because it gives people a reason not to listen to what this guy's saying. I would love to find just the video without the music. And without like the pictures that just
the music's great, man.
The music's great. I would take the music. Towards the end, it gets really too loud.
Oh yeah.
Right,
but honestly, I think the pictures help.
Okay, help you find a reason not to want to watch the video.
No. I want to keep watching the video. I just think the pictures are funny.
The concern of social workers is not your family, not you, not social relations between groups of people. The main concern is to get the paycheck from the government.
Oh.
What will be the result of their social work doesn't really matter. They can develop all kind of concepts to show to the government and to the people that they're useful. Okay, away from the natural links, power structure.
This is what's happening in Europe.
Bodies of administration, which are traditionally either elected by.
This is going on in Europe right now.
Of society are being actively substituted by artificial bodies. The bodies of people, groups of people whom nobody elected.
Bureaucratics.
As a matter of fact,
we talk about that in California.
Don't like them at all, and yet they exist. One of such group is media. Who elected?
Oh, there we go. I mean, come on.
Let's just pause it real quick.
No, can we not pause it? Can we not pause it? This video, this guy is just destroying this awesome video.
CBS, CNN,
I mean,
ABC.
I mean,
I like the little star in between the like as the zero for Fox.
Oh, where's that?
Fox Business.
Fox Business. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Okay, take the video down. This guy ruined this great video.
No, listen, dude, I think what he's saying is completely correct, obviously. And, Tim Pool is an arm of the Russians' attempt to get us away from all of these
I love
things.
that. It's just so great. God forbid the killer's in the house. But nope, it's got to be someone from the Russian meat market that's making calls.
Now, the question is, was Yuri still in the take, you think?
No, that's an interesting take. That's the whole thing with like Alex Jones, right? It's like there's a segment of my people, the conspiracy theorists, that will talk about Alex Jones's controlled opposition.
Uh-huh.
And it's mostly because he never really wanted to go in on Israel or any of that stuff. Early Alex Jones did, later Alex Jones didn't. But
really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That is suspicious as fuck.
Yeah, he did. He didn't want to. He would steer the conversation away from that.
Huh.
So the question is Yuri on the take? Is Yuri here to add seeds of doubt and division? But what I really ask, what I ask all the time is the information he's putting out wrong? And even our local communist woodchuck over here has said the what he's saying is right.
100%.
And it just right. When you add those stars to it, it just destroys any ability to share this video.
And just to give you and the audience and One-Eyed Rye a heads up, I don't view any of the insanely stupid pictures that this man has put up as detracting from what Yuri's saying.
Okay.
Right. In any way, shape, or form. Is it really, really hateful and stupid to, when Yuri's talking about religion being usurped, put another religion underneath it? Yeah, like that's really, really dumb.
Because obviously the guy that is doing this is
he just wants everybody to be
form
Christian.
of Christianity.
Right.
And again, I would tell people, because there's that one streamer, I don't know what his name is. He's like long hair. He's got a thin beard and mustache. And he just got kicked off of this platform.
Oh, Dr. Disrespect?
No. It's a different guy. He got kicked off for other reasons, but this guy got in deep trouble because he was saying that he didn't care about what was happening in Gaza because those people want to do that to everybody else, which is like just as dumb to me as blaming, it's thinking all Muslims are terrorists is like blaming all Jews on all the like when you make these like long, broad strokes on stuff and you don't go into like the influence that British intelligence has had on the Middle East and like how they basically like did an experiment in Iran, let them westernize, had women, they had universities, women were going to schools dressing westernized, and then they're like, whoa, we can't control them. Let's just torpedo that and install like religious extremists. And I'm sorry, but that's happening right here. They're like, whoa, everybody has it too good up into the 80s. Let's implode it and allow the crazies on both sides to run everything. That's happening right now. So when I look at Islam, I go, dude, there were moderates trying to make something happen. The same thing in Israel. There's moderates. There were moderates. They got wiped out and replaced by the most extreme. And that's what's happening. So you can sit there and yell about Islam and show a picture of Islam of like these badass people, but you're not talking about the invisible hand of these people that are way above the Abrahamic religions that are manipulating everybody at a very high level. Okay? And you could yell and scream about that, and you could like, dude, we can get into that, and we've gotten into that discussion.
You just got to be careful with the arm kind of angled.
What?
Up like that.
Are we talking about?
No, it's so
here?
It's so crazy though. Did you? I don't know if you're talking about like radicals in America. Did you hear about this Two-Spirit guy at Oregon State?
No.
Last thing, I know we got to go, and we have ad reads too, but this is just so fucking hilarious. Just type in, it should be in my history already. Just type in Two-Spirit. So there's this dude named Paul. Okay. His name is Paul Driscoll, who was a women sexual studies and race studies teacher at Oregon State. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
God.
All right. So this guy, non-binary Oregon State University professor, steps down after being accused of faking mixed-race Black, indigenous, Two-Spirit identity. Okay.
Dude.
So
is that the most 2024 headline you've ever seen in your life?
So I think like the bridge is just the radicalization of people, but this is so unbelievably radical. Like the fact that there are people and there's an environment that fosters and welcomes this kind of
and
thinking.
Nobody goes, dude, what are you doing? Don't come to school. Like, Ryan, you're a young man. I want to install something in you. Whenever you see a grown man with hanging earrings that, no, he's up to no good.
Right. Or look, you could make a pretty confident bet that he's up to no good.
Yeah.
He may prove you wrong, but let's go 70-30. Let's know.
Guard up, wait to be pleasantly surprised.
Right. But the guard is up.
Yeah, up, whatever you want. The Thai
okay.
box up.
Yeah, exactly.
The boxing up.
So,
the Krav Maga up.
Right, exactly. But just keep the guard up. So this guy gets hired in this fucking, when Yuri's talking about getting us away from productive kinds of education, this is not a productive kind of education.
Yeah, okay. Like, what are you paying for?
What are you paying for? It's so expensive to learn this bullshit.
And where does it apply?
So
all you're doing is literally debating. You're getting a degree in talking points, right, which can't be applied to anywhere ever.
I'm not saying that it's wrong to read this stuff.
I am.
People should read whatever they want to read.
Nope.
But
stupid.
Okay, so this guy gets hired because he's a poet whose poetry shines a light on what it looks like to live as a queer, Two-Spirit, biracial, indigenous person in America. So
how many are there? 4?
I know 14.
4 people?
So he writes this poetry and he uses Cherokee language in his poetry, right? And he goes by Quilo, right?
Quilo, which is like sounds like one of the three amigos or whatever that could be. Amigos,
right? Exactly. So
Quilo.
He goes by Quilo, or like a Star Wars character.
Oh yeah. Where's this guy from? The cantina?
Yeah.
Is he dishwasher?
So he's a dishwasher at the cantina. He gets a professorship at Oregon State. He goes by Quilo, and he teaches indigenous two-spirit poetry to people.
Gender and sexuality in Cherokee cultural memory.
Dude, what?
Right.
Dude, what? What?
So he resigns because actual Cherokees. Look at this. Can you just zoom in on this guy really
this
quickly?
Alfred Newman looking motherfucker right here.
And I get the comments already. He looks exactly like Dylan. I get it. But anyways, so he's writing poetry using Cherokee language. And Cherokees, actual Cherokees, go, hey, I'm reading this poetry, and the guy's not using the language properly. He's a fucking fraud.
Yeah, I mean, isn't this blackface?
It's 100% blackface. So he gets approached, and they're like, hey, we have actual Native Americans saying that you're lying about this stuff. Are you lying about this stuff? And he's like, you know what? I'm going to step down.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go, can I suck you off? And we'll call even Steven.
The pathology of these people, the hubris to think you can get away with this shit is so crazy. Like, how could you possibly think that you're so Cherokee and so connected with the Cherokee memory of your poetry that you're going to bastardize and misuse the language of the group that you're trying to appropriate?
So crazy.
It's like, what? How
so
could you
ridiculous.
be so confident in your scam?
It's so ridiculous. Where does this guy, where is he in society? What, like you go to this guy's class, you're like, where have you used this in real life with other people?
Right.
Like it's like when I go on YouTube and I love to watch long math on YouTube. Because at the end, I just go, I've never used this in real life ever. This has never been applied in my real life. This long form division that has 17 lines, no, I never used it.
Right.
I've never used it. That's why I yelled at this. I go, hey, dude with the hanging earrings and wearing the dress.
Right.
Where does this apply to real life?
Yeah.
Where?
What have you found, Rye?
I mean, this guy seems like a piece of shit. Like, first of all, there's students of color are complaining that he's like specifically been an asshole to them.
Sure.
Of course.
Which, of course. And then, everybody has to be the most accommodating to this guy of all time. He's the most accommodated man possibly in America.
100%.
And students are alleging that he was dismissive of their request for accommodations. So
Right.
if you have trouble reading, whatever it is.
Sure.
Progressives, dude.
If we're gonna
do evil shit while smiling.
Right, exactly. If we're gonna be in the ball pit, we've all got to be in the ball pit.
We all
right?
got to be in the ball pit.
There's this dude on. Can you look up Rand?
By the way, this is Hollywood as well. All of these super progressives who are crying about this cause and that clubs, pure assholes. It's why comics go to die when they host these, when they do stand-up at these award shows. You're entertaining the most privileged people in the world who, can't wait to bend over backwards the virtue signal about how much they love this minority and that person, that. And in reality, they hate everybody.
Yeah.
They treat their help like shit. Their fucking assistants, they shit on. It's a total fucking bullshit story.
They earned it. They worked very
Dude,
hard.
I always say this in comedy, right? Not all clean comics are assholes, but most asshole comics work clean.
Right.
Because you're making business decisions and you learn to hate yourself.
Right. You talking about Jay Leno?
I don't know if it's Jay Leno, but there are a lot of people. I don't know if Jerry Seinfeld's the nicest guy in the world.
I don't think he is.
Yeah, I think I've heard stories about that guy. Mr. Clean is a little bit of the deviant, and this is coming from a deviant, so I can't really judge, except for I don't go around and judge other people.
Well, and it's also amazing what Seinfeld's like. How did Seinfeld get away with just banging a 17-year-old?
Yeah.
What?
How did he get away with crystallining it and nobody
Yeah.
says anything.
And nobody said shit.
Yeah.
Can you look up Rams's Love is Blind? I promise this is the last thing. And I know people want us to go long, but we have 3 ad reads to do.
What do you mean they want us to go long?
No, people have been like, the show needs to be longer. Can you just look up a picture of this fucking guy? Okay. This guy, he's on the show Love is Blind, right?
Oh, you love this. This is Dylan's got a great show called Bad TV.
This is Bad TV.
Check
right?
it out.
So this guy is on this show Love is Blind, right? And he is so two-spirit, right? He's from Venezuela. He is with this chick who's kind of annoying, but she was in the military, and he said, "I forgive you for being in the military." Oh, I'm sorry, fuckface.
Yeah.
You don't need to forgive her for being in the military, you piece of shit.
Yeah, go back.
Then he said, if you went into the military again, we would get a divorce because you're part of the American imperialist arm. Bro, fuck off. Then it comes to the two of them. So he's super progressive. Like he's like total Maduro, Che Guevara, socialist, radical dude, right? Then it comes to the two of them having sex.
Yeah.
And
he gets on all fours and wants to get pegged.
No.
Okay.
She's sick, right? Like sick as fuck, and doesn't want to have sex. And he does this fucking... all these guys are just... they're just pigs like the rest of us.
Yeah, they're liars.
They go about it with this fucking gross veneer of progressivism.
Yeah, 100%.
So he's so pissed that he's not getting a nut, and he starts talking about, well, you know, intimacy is this. It's like, bro, miss me with the bullshit.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
And this is what Christina Pajitsky said about, it was so fucking funny about Dave Grohl. It's like, you're a fucking piece of shit, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Just don't pretend to be a good guy.
The queen is right, dude.
The queen is 100% right.
Be authentic to your scumbagness because you're putting pressure on everybody else to be something you're not.
You are not, okay?
Stop being a scumbag. It's like David Cross. He's like, dude, a notorious piece of shit, says the N-word in his act way in the back. I don't have a problem with that. Makes fun of retards. I don't have a problem with fucking that because I don't think special needs are retards. Uses the R word, okay? Then he starts getting super progressive, and then a woman comes out who later on has been accused everybody of everything, saying he was an asshole, in which he signs off on. So it's like, go fuck yourself.
Right.
Go fuck yourself.
You're not two-spirit. You're not a fucking progressive. You're a piece of shit like all of us are.
Final thoughts. White women destroyed the LA comedy scene. Thank you for tuning in, everybody.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Get in the comments. Comment.
Check
we'll
out
read your
Sam
comments
Tripoli's.
more often. SamTripoli.com.
SamTripoli.com.
Quiet.
Why is everybody
quiet?
I'm going to be in Tulsa next month. I'm going to be in Tampa the month after that. I don't even care anymore. I just love you guys. This show's a great show.
Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit? Yeah, look at that. Go grab more dates coming. Go to
Patreon.
Patreon. We're going to give you the bangers, dog.
We're going to give you the bangers.
We're going to give you bangers. I don't know why we can't do night shows, too. Why can't we do night Patreon once in a while? Why's it got to be like fucking cokehead hours?
Subscribe to the channel. Like the channel. Tell people about the show.
Steal
their credit cards. Sign up to Patreon for them, okay? They'll thank you. They'll be like, what is this? And then they'll watch and they'll be happy. Steal people's credit cards, okay? We love you guys very much. We'll see you next week.
Welcome
to Deep Waters.
Where are you going right now?
So they crank the 5G up, and then we just all get shaken and baking microwave. I love it.
I didn't say that, you absolute moron.
There was no dinosaurs. Those were Nephilim giants from the Bible.
And Lucifer is in the Vatican?
Yes.
Oh, okay, got it.
I think space is probably like
Just a giant liquid.
build it up, seal the well. When it's about to collapse, release the gaze.
Are you going to get the jab?
Never.
Conspiracy Social Club, aka Deep Waters.